we are ready to move on to programming the sprite girl. So, if you remember, in the example we saw, she moved back and forth by using the left and right arrow keys. When the girl touched the zombie or touched the bats, she reacted to losing by changing colors and screaming. If the girl makes it to the end and touches the key, she reacts to winning by making a fairy dust noise. So, I will go into my project. I will select the sprite girl icon, and I will go into the scripts tab and choose events. I want when the green flag is clicked for her to appear in her current position. So I choose the code. When the flag is clicked, I drag it and place it in the code window. Then I go to motions and I select the go to code. I drag it into the code window and I connect it to when the green flag is clicked. I'll verify that her current coordinates match the go to code. She is at x negative 197, y negative 50. Perfect. Then the next thing that we need to do is we need to do if statements, because if she's touching the zombie, she has a reaction. Or if she's touching the bats, she has a reaction. Or if she's touching the key, then she has a reaction. So I will go into the control and I will select an if then statement. I will drag it into the code window and place it. I can go into the sensing to say if she is touching, then she has a reaction. So I choose the touching code and I place it directly inside the shape right after the word if. I can scroll down here and I can select zombie. So it says if she's touching the zombie, then we need her to change colors and scream. So we can go to the sounds tab. We can pick play a sound and place it inside the if statement. The only sounds I have to choose from here is pop. So I need to go to the sounds tab, choose a new sound by clicking on the little speaker, and pick a scream sound from the library. I can press play to test the sound, and that's perfect. I'll select scream female and click OK. Then I go back to my scripts tab and I change the play sound pop to play sound scream female. Then I can go and to make her change color. So I will go to the looks tab and I will select the change color code, drag it in and place it inside the if statement. Here I want her to change her color effect by 25, but I don't know how much 25 really is. So let's test it. I'll drag her to the zombie and I will double click on the if statement to see how it works. Okay. Here she changed colors a little bit, but I want her to change a bit more. So I will change the color effect from 25 to 50. I can test my code again by double clicking on it. That's perfect. So if I press the green flag, she will go back to her starting position. Also, when she loses, I want her to broadcast a message, because when she lost, in the example, the screen changed to a different backdrop that was with the woods and said, "You lose." So I will go back to the event script and I will choose broadcast message. I will select it and place it inside the if statement. I want her to broadcast the message lose. So I select where it says message 1 and choose a new message. And here I type lose. That's perfect. Now I need to repeat the same if statement, but for the bats and for the key. So what I can do is I can duplicate it and place it beneath. I duplicate it by right-clicking on the if statement and clicking duplicate. Here I notice that I accidentally duplicated it one time extra. So I separate the if statement, right-click, and click delete. Then I can connect this if statement to the previous ones. Now, I want to say if she's touching the bats, so I go to the list of touching and I pick bat 2. Then I want to go if she's touching the key, so I can go down to key 2. But do you know what I noticed? We have 2 bats. I want her to lose if she touches either one of those. So I do need one more if statement. I can separate the bottom one, click on the right, and duplicate it. And then I bring them back and connect them to the other if statements. So, if she's touching the zombie, she screams and changes color and broadcasts lose. The same thing for bat 2, the same thing for bat 3, but when she's touching the key, I need her to play a different sound. I don't want her to scream, I want her to make a fairy dust sound. So I go back to the Sounds tab, I choose a new sound from the library, and I look for fairy dust. I'll play it to see if I like it. That's perfect. I select it and click OK. Then I go back to the script and I change the sound from scream to fairy dust. I don't want her to change color, so I can separate the code, take out the change color, and delete it. Then I can put the broadcast back into the last if statement. Instead of her broadcasting lose, I want her to broadcast win. So I'll make a new message and I will type win. Now I want to save my progress, so I go to File, Save.